In a small dorm room at Harvard University, a quiet, determined student was building the foundation of a digital empire. His name was Mark Zuckerberg. And he was about to change the world. Born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York, Mark showed signs of brilliance from an early age. While most kids played video games, Mark was learning how to build them. At just 12 years old, he created a messaging program called ZuckNet for his family. His father, a dentist, even used it in his office to communicate with the receptionist, but that was just the beginning. At Harvard, Mark stood out, not for parties or sports, but for his mind. He studied computer science and psychology, blending human behavior with technology. In 2004, he launched a website called the Facebook. It started as a simple directory for Harvard students but grew rapidly. Within weeks, it expanded to other Ivy League schools. And within months, it went viral. Mark dropped out of Harvard to pursue the dream full-time. He moved to Silicon Valley, where Facebook found investors, office space, and its first million users. By the time Mark was 23, he was the youngest self-made billionaire in history. Facebook's user base exploded. It wasn't just a college tool anymore, it was a global platform for connection. People from all corners of the world were sharing photos, messaging friends, and creating online communities. Zuckerberg had built something more than a website. He built a culture-shifting phenomenon, but success came with challenges. As Facebook became more influential, so did the criticism. In 2018, the Cambridge Analytica scandal broke out. Facebook was accused of mishandling user data and influencing elections. Mark was summoned to testify before the U.S. Congress. The world watched as he faced tough questions about privacy, power, and responsibility. Despite backlash, Zuckerberg pushed forward. He tightened Facebook's policies, revamped its privacy settings, and addressed misinformation on the platform. In 2021, Mark shocked the world again. He rebranded his company from Facebook Incorporated to Meta. Why? Because he believed in a future beyond the screen, the Metaverse, a fully immersive digital world where people could socialize, work, and live using virtual and augmented reality. Critics called it a fantasy. Investors were skeptical. But Mark saw it as the next evolution of the internet. He invested billions, hired thousands of developers, and began building his vision brick by virtual brick. Away from the boardroom, Mark lives a surprisingly disciplined life. He wears the same gray t-shirt almost every day, to reduce decision fatigue. He trains in mixed martial arts and runs regularly. He's married to Priscilla Chan, a pediatrician, and together they've pledged to donate 99% of their Facebook shares through the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative. Mark is not just a tech mogul, he's a father, a philanthropist, and a futurist. Today, Zuckerberg's platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, connect over 3 billion people. Whether it's a mother in India talking to her son in Canada or a startup in Nigeria launching through Instagram ads, Zuckerberg's creation has reshaped communication worldwide, but it's not without criticism. Many argue these platforms also enable misinformation, mental health issues, and data exploitation. Zuckerberg walks a tightrope between connection and control, progress and privacy. At just 40 years old, Mark is still writing his story. Will the Metaverse become a success? Can he rebuild trust with the public? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Mark Zuckerberg turned a dorm room idea into a global empire. He transformed how we share, connect, and live online. And whether you admire him or question him, his impact is undeniable. This is the journey of Mark Zuckerberg. If this story fired up your ambition, don't just sit back, smash that like button, show us you're ready to level up, hit subscribe, and join a community of dreamers and doers who believe in making it big. And hey, share this video with your friends, your circle, your tribe, because success isn't meant to be kept. It's meant to be multiplied. The journey to billions starts with belief. Yes, you can do it. Collision.